Speaking of the glory days of the Attitude Era, Kev, or the New Generation Era, whatever it was called, Bret Hart has to be ribbing here, right? It's all over the wrestling news today. The quote from that hour and a half interview he did at the, I guess it was the anniversary of the Montreal Screwjob, so they were talking to him, and
Wasn't it in Toronto?
it was in Canada somewhere, but I think it coincided with they're doing a thing for this because it was Survivor Series with the screw job. But so he's claiming that quote. I think that Shawn and Vince were sleeping with each other. I'm just telling you. I think I'm very close to the truth here. Shawn and Vince were lovers. I'm being dead honest. When I look back, it's like I got caught between two lovers and I got shafted and screwed over. And Shawn was so envious and jealous of my position that he finally had to sleep with Vince to get it. I would say it to Shawn if he was right here. I would actually like to have Shawn come clean and say, look, we were lovers. Because I'm sure they were. If I saw either Shawn or Vince here, I would say, I think you guys were lovers. In the past year, I feel like Bret has said one outrageous thing after the next. Is it in an effort to stay in the news, to stay relevant? What's going on with Bret?
I have no idea. I mean, I spent the better part of 3 years of my life with Shawn Michaels, and I never remember having a double knockout with Vince during any of our any of our travel. I mean, the only time I saw Vince was when we were getting ready to strike in Indianapolis.
In Indianapolis. One of
Yeah,
my
the,
favorite
the the
stories.
Indianapolis Summit.
Which
Uh,
hotel? You remember it all. Which hotel?
Country Squire.
And was it the hotel bar where the meeting was? Or oh no, you got
No,
a conference
we had a
room.
conference room.
You got a conference room. This is
We,
incredible.
we told Hunter to sit it out. He didn't need the heat. He was too
Yeah.
new.
Right. And then the curtain called. He didn't have to
Yeah.
sit that one out.
No, no. He was ingrained by then. He was
But is
smart
this
though.
the thing though? Is this the like the sour grapes thing with Vince? Because you know the Ultimate Warrior bearskin rug with Vince
Well,
and
I mean, I heard Hogan tell me a story with him and Brutus, and they came by and stopped by Warrior's place unbeknownst to anybody that. And I heard that story, and you
which
know
can't be cut that short.
what's that?
What's the rest of the story?
I'm not. That's I wasn't there, so I'm not.
Hogan's taking it to the grave.
No, fuck no. He told everybody.
Oh,
I'm just not going to. I'm not going to say anything derogatory about anybody that's deceased.
you don't have to.
Yeah,
Was it? But it didn't involve Vince.
yeah, it did.
Oh, I thought this was another guy.
And
All
Pat
right.
Patterson
Okay. Nothing further, Your Honor.
and the Warrior.
Right.
They
A
were all
little, a little rotisserie,
they were all
perhaps.
in the story, but
Someone's getting spit roasted.
no, I'm not going to. It was just a situation, and like I heard it, and I just kind of went like,
Listen, I've heard a lot of shit about Vince. Never that.
no. Is that a pun?
A lot of shit about. Yeah, good. Perhaps I'm brilliant and I don't know it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I don't know. I read that and
I
I
I
was
didn't
wondering what
I,
the
I
fuck's
I
up
didn't
with
buy
Brett.
that shit when I heard it. You know,
Kevin, if anyone in the world would have known, if any member of the clique had a proclivity to turn the menu over, it would have been you guys. You would have known.
we would not only would we have known, but there's just no way that 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 it would be that he would never have told anyone. He couldn't ever tell anybody. There's no see. That's one of those things where you tell a story like that, and you say, "I'm sure," but no, you're not.
No, this is all his speculation. He
Right?
saw nothing. He didn't walk in on Pat Patterson or anything like that.
No, it
That might have
just.
happened. But he puts it out there though. He's
Uh,
not afraid to do that. And that's what I wonder
I
about.
think
Like,
it's.
what's this
I think
all
it's.
about?
Well, I think it's in poor taste. Um,
No
I mean, I
pun.
know they're talking about the screw job, so I mean,
No pun.
none. But I just number one, like, please somebody get the fuck over that. I mean,
It has to be the single most reported and covered wrestling news story in my lifetime. Um, and I mean, it really wasn't even a story outside of the purview of what would happen in wrestling. I mean, that shit, promoters taking their belts, has happened all the time. Maybe it was just the personalities involved.
yeah, I
Really, you know what, Kevin? The reason is because Vince took that, whether it was planned or not, and turned it into his becoming the number one heel in the business for however the hell many years the Mr. McMahon thing went on.
you mean take a situation and make it to the greatest advantage possible? God, that doesn't sound like something Vince would do.
But say anything you want about Vince, he's brilliant in his role in his
There's
time.
an interview with Steve Austin, and it's you can tell Steve's young. He's not, and he said they're giving word association. He says Vince McMahon. He says don't particularly fucking like him, but goddamn, pretty much close genius I've ever met. And that's when it came to that business, man. eh, One of the things, like when I saw that thing today on Diesel,
Mm-hmm.
and he had my folder. The minute he anointed me the champion, he had my folder and he directed that year of my life. And I was really fucking not feeling the wish you a Merry Christmas moment.
Mm.
And he slowly, castrated the character that got over in Providence. And then towards the end, I just realized, like, oh fuck, man, he doesn't get it. He has this red, white, and blue, larger than life. Like, people will say a lot of things about me, and they'll say a lot of things about me being a champion. But these are the things I'm most proud of during my run. I was the first person to show up on any talk show not in their gear. I showed up on Regis and Kathy in a fucking blue suit with a tie. I was the first person that said uncle. No other athlete shows up in their fucking outfits. Like we got it. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the fact that I bitched when we went to India and we didn't know what the payments were going to be. We were going someplace and we were getting a battery of fucking shots that if Robert Kennedy was in fucking office, we probably wouldn't have. We probably could have used him to veto the India trip.
You would have had to cancel the tour for sure.
Yeah, too many shots. But at least I got us the top of the card. I got us a base, and the bottom of the card I got us a base. And I said, when we get off the plane, it was right before Christmas. I said, when we get off the plane, we need to get our paychecks for that tour right then. And JJ was waiting in New York with the envelopes for the guys to get their fucking money before they went home for Christmas. And I thought that was huge. So might not have had, 1,000 great matches, but I looked at that picture today, and I looked at the footage of me winning, and I said to myself, I was a big old motherfucker for being tested twice a week for steroids and never failing. And that's why they were handing me that strap.
Well, I mean, you were a godsend at a time when they were under such heat for that, and you get a guy
Yeah.
your size to come in, you're fucking
So
clean,
if you
promoter's
want
dream.
if you want to hate me for being blessed with good genetics, then that's fine. Eh, If you expect me to have the facial structure, the body, the intelligence, and be able to fucking wrestle, come on. Somebody that's been doing it for fucking less than 3 years. Somebody that at the point when he became champion had less than 200 matches. I think only Bill had less matches than me.
Mm-hmm. And let it be known, everything we've just been talking about, you didn't have to suck a dick to do it. Kev, just like your professional wrestling career, you haven't missed, I don't know, have you ever missed a shot? We haven't missed a shot here, right?
I missed shots. I fucking tore my quad.
Well, but that you were out for an injury. That's being put on the IR.
Yeah, that's missing shots.